my name's Eva and welcome to this channel. By now, if you are watching this video right after it comes out, we are a couple months into social distancing and the COVID-19 pandemic, and that means that if you've been following guidelines, you have probably been your number one sex partner, unless you are among the lucky few who live with a partner at home. To you, kudos to you. Kudos to everyone. And a couple months back, I made a video talking about how to spice things up for a partner, but now I want to talk about how to spice things up for yourself. That's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be sharing at least 10 different tips on how to level up your masturbation game, switch things up if you are getting kind of bored with just having sex with yourself in quarantine. Okay, let's jump right into it. My number one tip is if you want to just like relinquish total control and have somebody else tell you how to touch yourself, you can pay for that. There is a type of porn called jerk off instructions, aka JOI. It involves someone telling you exactly how to touch yourself. And this can be in audio, video, written format, but it's super hot and that can be one way to spice things up. My second tip is to romance yourself. Sex educators like Evian Whitney and Molly Margaret talk a lot about having sex with yourself and really putting in the time to set some candles, put on some music, pour yourself a drink, get yourself in the mood, really take yourself out on a date and have sex with yourself the way you would if you were having sex with another person, because you deserve it. Number 3 is to sext a robot. And you might be thinking, Eva, if I could afford to buy a sex robot, I totally would. But COVID has not made that an easier decision. But there's actually a really cool text-based app that you can use to text a robot that will respond to what you're saying. You can choose the gender of the person you want to sext. It's created with sex educators, also has really cool sex ed tips on it. You choose what type of sexting you want to do. It's really, really awesome. If you want to be sexting, but there is currently nobody you want to sext, can be a cool option to mix things up. My next tip number 4, is to explore other erogenous zones. You might be tempted to go straight to the genitals, get things done, but you could take the time to explore your nipple, your anus, maybe purchasing some nipple clamps, nipple suckers, or any anal toys. That can be super fun and an awesome way to mix up your masturbation. This is also a really good time to mention the sponsor of this video, which is Come As You Are, which is a really amazing, feminist, ethical sex toy shop. I've worked with them on a couple of videos before, and they are really super duper amazing, providing sex toys for people of all shapes and sizes, gender, sexual orientation. They're really, really awesome. So if you do want to pick up a nipple clamp or any type of anal toy, you can use the code What's My Body Doing to get 20% off your first order with them. So, win-win. My next tips 5 and 6, are kind of in the same vein of mixing up positioning of where you're having your solo sex. You could mix up where you're having solo sex in your apartment, in your house, whether even just doing it on a different place in your bed, in the shower, lying down on a chair. That can switch up the pathways in your brain to lead to a different experience. You can also switch up the position you're in. If you usually masturbate on your back or sitting down, you can try on your stomach, on your side. Grab some pillows and get creative. Tip number 7 is to pay a sex worker, whether that is paying for personalized clips or photos or tipping someone on a camming session. All of that can be a really awesome way to interact with other people, involve them in your sexuality from a socially distanced, appropriate way away. And it can be super duper fun, and especially if you're getting things that are specialized towards you, it can be very satisfying. Tip number 8 is to explore edging. So folks who don't know what edging is, it's basically the idea of bringing yourself real close to having an orgasm and then backing off. Whether you are stopping touching yourself totally, or whether you move to less sensitive areas, slow down the pace that you're touching yourself, touch in different types of ways. It can be super duper fun. My next tip is to get some CBD oil. I have some. Oh no, you can't see. I'm gonna get it. Here it is. I got from Come As You Are. CBD oil can be really awesome because it helps kind of create different sensations, can help bring some of the blood flow to your genitals, and that can feel super fun. I'm from Canada, so this is super duper legal. Again, you can check out Come As You Are if you want to check out some CBD oil or explore other types of CBD sex products. Tip number 10 is to involve an observer. So that could be propping up a mirror and looking at yourself, taking selfies, sexy selfies, just for you to look at or sending them to somebody else. It can be a really awesome way to connect with your own eroticism and who you are as a sexual being, really turn yourself on. My next tip is one that I got from the amazing Dr. Lindsay Doe over on the Sexplanations YouTube channel, and her tip is to undress yourself, and that can be really quick, compassionately tearing off clothes like somebody else would if they were having sex with you, or really gently and lovingly and romantically. That can kind of simulate the sensation that you're having sex with someone and add kind of that tactile component, which can be really, really hot. Tip number 12 is to explore a type of porn that you haven't before. So have you checked out erotic comics or erotic ASMR or even audio erotica? I will link some recommendations in the description to a bunch of amazing sites. There's really a whole world out there of erotic materials waiting just for you. That's all that I have for this video. I hope you liked it. Again, you can check out Come As You Are for amazing toys to help enhance your masturbation experience, and use the code What's My Body Doing for 20% off your first order. Leave your thoughts in the comments about how you feel like COVID is impacting all of our sex lives, whether there's anything you're doing to mix things up, anything I forgot. But that's all for me today. I hope you are staying safe and keeping cool. That's all for me today. Have a lovely day.